Welcome to the podcast. Title Talk with Corey. Now streaming. Stand by.
In T-minus 60 seconds.
Check 1 2. Good morning. All right, today's Monday, May 6th. I hope you guys had a great weekend. This is Corey, title rep here, Pacific Coast Title Company, and you are watching Title Talk with Corey, or listening to Title Talk with Corey, the podcast for real estate agents. Anybody in the industry, stand by.
Sean and Corey, carry the show.
Running out of time.
Yes. Sooner or later, they'll see why I see why I got the realest flow. Son of the dark, but I still got the illest flow. And it's ironic to me how a chronic MC can trap me before we drop the chronic CD. You see, it all started in the CPT.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Check, testing 1 2. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm a little bit late today. Right when I was going to start my podcast, I got a call from my doctor. And so those of you who know me, they know that I'm a diabetic. So I got this new sensor put into my arm, my A1C, which is what they use to check your. It's a test that they run on your blood sugar, and it's an average of your blood sugar over the past 90 days. And so you want to keep your A1C in a healthy, normal person who doesn't have diabetes. Your A1C, and I'm not giving anybody advice here. I'm just medical advice. I'm just telling you my story here. But this is I've been doing great. So your A1C normally they want to keep it down below 6, and mine was pretty high. Hadn't been eating great, and stress and all that stuff. Had my A1C was like above 9, which is terrible, and that's been like on and off for years. And so there's this new device. If you know anybody who has diabetes, they're called continuous glucose monitors, and what they do is they put these little sensors in the back of your arm. Or you do it, actually. It's pretty easy. It's pretty painless. And then it connects to your phone with Bluetooth, and it monitors your sugar. So if your sugar starts going too high, you get these alarms throughout the day, which I can't stand. I can't stand hearing this thing. So it's kind of forced me into just eating better. I don't want to hear that thing going off. But too much, because now I work out. I worked out this morning. I just got done working out a little bit ago, and I work out every day. I take my medications, and then now I'm eating better, and lo and behold, your A1C, your sugars just start to get better. So there's a reason why it's called diabetes. It's a diet disease, and so since I had this glucose monitor monitoring me 24 hours a day now, I'm a lot more conscious about what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body, my exercise routines, and all that stuff. And so it's been a miracle. So my A1C has gone down from 9 to 6, which is the normal range. You want to be below 6. And so my doctor just called me right now. So I had to jump off real quick and pick that up. So they're actually reducing my medication, and it's been, honestly, it's been a game changer. So if you know anybody who has diabetes and they don't really check and test themselves, they got these new devices now that just monitor you continuously. Now the opposite is actually happening in my case, because every night now, I'm eating better, I'm doing better. I'm getting alarms go off at night and through the day, but mostly in the middle of the night, I'll get warnings that my sugar is actually too low. So I got to get up, drink some orange juice, or eat a banana or something. But anyways, I don't want to bore you with all my personal stuff, but hey, just, if I could share anything that helps someone a loved one or yourself who has diabetes, go check out those monitors. Continuous blood glucose monitor. Anyways, so today's May 6th. We had Cinco de Mayo over the weekend. Big fight Canelo fight was a pretty good fight actually. We had some family over, and the last couple of weeks have been pretty hard. You know, we've lost a very dear family member of our family, and it's been very hard, very difficult. But you know, we've been pulling through, and we're gonna get through this. So we have a lot of stuff going on. So what I want to share with you today, I want to touch bases with you guys again. Refresher. Last week's episode got canceled. We're going to be rescheduling now. We had a special guest coming on, Manny Jimenez, great Hispanic filmmaker, director, screenwriter. He's going to be joining us, not today, but we had to reschedule his shoot last week. And so we're going to have him on in the coming weeks. And we also have Jerry Hernandez, PCT Marketing, director guru of marketing. He'll be joining us again in the coming weeks. So we got a few guests coming on. Today is going to be solo, so I'm going to be just going to be winging it today. Episode 29, Title Talk with Corey, and we're going to go ahead and touch bases on really some of the tools, resources that we have here on the PCT website. So I'm going to go ahead and add that up here. You take a look here. Now, this is www.pct.com. And every week, you know, I'm going to be touching bases here. You know, I'm going to be touching bases here with all of you agents, real estate agents, clients of mine, but people who are not clients, agents. You might see this. We're going to be streaming this every week around 11 a.m. every week. Be going out on social media sites, but then also the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Everywhere everywhere you get your podcasts, they'll be there. So jump on, and you're more than welcome to jump on and even chat with me about stuff, challenges, things that are going on in the market. I know that it's just been kind of a strange market. You got high interest rates, still you have low inventory, and so it kind of doesn't make sense sometimes. But you know what I'm recommending for clients, and I talk to, you know, a lot of clients every day, different real estate agents, is I'm just, you know, you got to go after the need to sell market, the niche. There's people out there selling. We see this on a much, you know, bigger scale than I'm sure than you guys do, where you guys are closing one deal every month, if you're lucky, every other month. You know, we close several every day. You know, we're closing 20, 30, 40, 50 deals a day. So we get to kind of see things on a much grander grander scale. And so we can kind of tell, you know, that there's a lot of properties that are in trusts when they come in, you know, and they close through our title desks here. And so that's just a good, strong indicator that you've got a lot of empty nester age sellers. Again, they're coming out of trusts. So you want to be targeting, you know, the need to sell niche. Okay. So there's different need to sell niches, right? Divorces, people pass away, obviously, affidavits of death that are recorded on an owner. You'll see probate cases, you know, you're going to see, you know, notice of defaults, life events, things like that. But one niche that I've been, you know, pushing for clients is to go after the aged absentee owner niche. And that would be any owner who is not living in the property, and they've been owning maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4 assets, properties where they've been holding for 20, 30 years. And this is the kind of niche that you will definitely want to work. There's a lot of people in this niche that are selling. And like I said, we see this every day. We see owners, properties in trusts, you know, they are non-owner occupied, or so you want to definitely tap into that niche, start targeting those, send out letters, however you're going to do it. You know, I can't advise you on how you do your marketing, but I can advise you on how and what you should do as far as, you know, the resources, the tools that we have here from the title company's standpoint. And we got some great stuff. So if you haven't already checked out the website, please do www.pct.com. And also check out my website, and that's www.coreytitlerep.com. You can see that right here on the ticker. Up on my website, my landing page, you're going to see You're going to have access to book an appointment with me. All my social media links and the podcast will be there. But most importantly, the appointment link. I've been meeting with agents every week. I do training. We offer training for brokers, for managers, for the offices. If you're a team leader, and you want to educate your agents, you want to give them some really strong education on how to use some of these resources for targeting listings. And that's what it's all about. You want to have your agents targeting listings, picking up new listings. And we have the best, title real estate apparatus here in Title Toolbox, Title Pro 247, and Pacific Coast Agent One, which is a really fantastic program. A little information on if you are a Title Pro 247 user, and we call that the PCT 247 application. I just want to give you a little announcement. There's going to be some changes coming to those accounts. So if you have a Title Pro account, they're going to be looking different. We're going to need to give you a little bit of training on that. So what I want you to do for that is give me a call, 626-392-7993, or email me, open@CoreyTitleRep.com. And we'll set up an appointment. I'll come out, or we can do it over Zoom, however you want to do it. And I'll give you a fresh tutorial on the new interface, the new look that we're going to be putting out for the PCT 247/Title Pro 247 program that's out there. Now that's a standard in the industry. Most people have been using this for many years. And so you'll want to be up to date and up to speed on that, because what's going to happen is we're going to have to actually give you a new account. They're just changing everything, the whole look, everything. So you're going to have new user ID, passwords are going to get updated. So we're going to get you up to speed with that. Okay. Now that's Title Pro 247 or the PCT 247 program. And then also, like I said, we're scheduling trainings throughout the year. So it's not too late to get started. Let's set up some training sessions for your agents, for your team members. If you're a broker, if you're a manager, if I don't deliver the training myself, I'm pretty well versed in a lot of these programs, but I will bring some very strong support. A couple weeks ago, I had a great mentor, great guest on my podcast, and that's Jorge Mesa, a guru when it comes to farming data and how to use these programs. Like I said, and I know this stuff, but I'll be honest, the way that Jorge presents his trainings, he has a very good way of he has a great way of connecting and teaching, and he does a lot of that through stories, and uses all kinds of different metaphors, and he just has a really great way of coming across, and so that people remember what he's talking about. And so I like to hear him speak. So I would like to invite us to come to your office, and we can set up a training. We can set up, and again, it could just be a couple agents. It could just be one agent. It doesn't matter. I want to get out there and help you guys learn how to use this stuff, because these are valuable tools, and especially in these type of markets where you got strange, things happening. You got high interest rates, low inventory, and yes, we want the rates to fall. Of course, we want that to happen, but what's going to happen. Rates fall, they tick down, and there's going to be even less inventory, right? And so, you just have to be proactive in going after the need to sell niche, period, right? Who needs to sell? Aged absentee owners, 20, 30 years holding, right? Anyone who's filed for divorce recently, you should be going after those. You can get that right here in the Title Toolbox, PCT Title Toolbox. Affidavits of death, life happens. People pass away, and a lot of times the families are just lost, and they need your guidance. when it comes to real estate and how to handle some of their affairs when it comes to real estate. So it's just life, you see these life events and and I can show you how to target this stuff, how to identify this stuff um, through just the PCT title toolbox. There's some great stuff in there. A lot of it's premium. Now those features where you have divorces, affidavits of death that you're targeting, even notice of defaults, all that stuff is in title toolbox. So you have access to pulling that. It's a premium feature, so you do pay for that. I just want to put that little disclaimer out there. But what I can do is really show you how to use this. And there's a lot of great features and there's some good algorithms in there to use, including that next seller algorithm, right? You also have a wonderful algorithm to target empty nesters, as I mentioned. And you can run multiple filters over this. So you can use 2 different algorithms, right? So you can run that next seller's algorithm, and then on top of that, run an empty nester algorithm over it. So you get creative, right? There's a lot of things that you can do within Title Toolbox, like you can even upload your own spreadsheet in there. So if you have a farm that you've had, maybe with another title company, maybe you've got a farm that you've had for years, I can help you and show you how to use that farm. Use that spreadsheet. We can upload it into Title Toolbox, and then we can apply filters over that farm. How cool is that, right? You probably don't even know this stuff, but you can do that. You can use those old farms, put them into your Title Toolbox account, and then apply filters over that. So let's say you've got a list of 1,000 homes that you've been working. You've had that farm for however many years you've been working, in the real estate business, and you put that farm, you upload it into Title Toolbox. Now you want to apply a next seller's algorithm over that farm. Powerful stuff, folks. And this is the stuff that you should be doing. You should be using these tools every day. A lot of these resources, even that PCT 247, we have a mobile app. We call it the PCT Instant Profile. That application you should be taking out with you every day. It should be, obviously, it's right on your phone. The power is right here in the palm of your hands. PCT Instant Profile, you could take that. You're in your car, and you're driving. Maybe you're looking for a property for a client. You just stop, pull over, take a picture of that property with your phone, and lo and behold, you got a property profile pull up right there in the palm of your hands. And now you can zip that over to your client. You can airdrop it. You can email it. You can text it, right? Let's just say you're sitting in on an open house, right? And with that PCT Instant Profile application, you can, as guests come in, you can just run that profile once on your phone. Run that profile as they come in. Now you can just email it right over to them as they walk in the door. Would you like me to send you a digital property profile? Now the beauty in that is that you're securing their information. You're going to get their email address, their names, right? And you can just send it over or airdrop it. Like I said, Apple's so convenient now. I use Apple for everything: computers, iPads, iPhones. I'm using iPhones right now for my cameras. And you have, when you're using, and this is not to take anything away from Android. There's some great Android stuff out there. I just only know Apple. But with a lot of these farms and this data, you can just airdrop files over. I walk into an office and I just airdrop it, dump it over. And so it's very convenient. Technology, it can be a nightmare for you, or it could be your best friend. So the better that you know and understand how to use these devices, you're gonna really be organized and successful with a lot of these tools. And PCT Instant Profile, you got the desktop version, like I said, like I'm showing you here, and but they also have a mobile interface. It interfaces well with the mobile application. Okay. And the same thing with the Title Pro 247. But like I said, that's going to be under construction and then in the coming weeks. So I'll keep you guys updated. But one of the cool features that I always like to get up here and touch on and to share with clients is in the title toolbox is a feature called the lead sheet. And I've mentioned this before. It's such a powerful little tool that you can use. And I'm going to try to log in there right now just to kind of give you guys an update on a specific area. Let's see, I'm going to have to put my glasses on. So I'm here in the PCT title toolbox. And what I'm going to do is we're going to jump on here. Hold on real quick. I love to show this little feature in here because I think it's just such a powerful tool that you have within here. Let's see if I can remember my darn password. For some reason, my computer changed my passwords or something. Let's see here. Bear with me just a minute. So this is a feature in Title Toolbox called the lead sheet. And what this does is it pulls up a radius. And whether I'm going to be able to show you this to you or not, I'm not sure, because for some reason my computer it seemed to not save some of my passwords recently. But what this is going to do is going to take you could take any address and do a 2.5 mile radius around that address. And it'll pull all of the life events that have occurred. And I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. Yeah, I'm having trouble logging into this account. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it up for now. But what I want to share with you is what it does, because it's very powerful. So I'll have to do a full tutorial on this in person. So let's set up a training. I have to get these logins fixed. But essentially what happens is, you have an address, you punch in the address, and it's gonna the system is a live map oriented program, and so it's in real time. You're gonna pull data around this property address. It could be a listing, it could be someone else's listing, it could be any property, but you know in the neighborhood that you're trying to look at. And what it's gonna do is gonna run a circumference radius, 2.5 mile radius around that property. And it's going to give you all of the life events that have occurred. Now, you're not going to get those right away because, like I said, this is part of that premium feature. But it's going to show you, okay, there's X amount of divorces that were filed, right? You're going to see X amount of, deaths that have occurred on an owner. Again, I know that sounds morbid, but those are the things that, when you sales occur, life events occur, life happens, right? People pass away, and so you want to be there for them, because a lot of these people, again, they're lost. They don't know what to do next, and so you want to keep an eye on the neighborhoods that you're farming. This is a great way to do that. Run these lead sheets, okay? I'm still trying to get in here. See if I can get in there. I have to reset my login, I think. So you're going to get the affidavits of death, the divorces that have occurred within that 2.5 mile radius. You're also going to get any kind of lien that's been recorded recently, any kind of notice of action on the property, which is a legal action filed. Any notice of defaults that have recorded within a 2.5 mile radius, notice of trustee sales, probate cases, all within that area, right? So it'll tell you, okay, this many, you have 5 divorces that occurred. This is just an example. Again, I'm having trouble with my login. 5 divorces. There might be, 10 deaths. You might see, 7 list pendants filed. But anyways, it's going to give you that again, 2.5 miles doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. It's a big area. So, um, you're going to get a lot of activity within any area, as long as it's not in some, farmland or something. So it's a great way to see, okay, this is an area that I want to invest my time, my money, in marketing, because I can see that there's a lot of stuff going on here. And that's what I've been talking about, right? The need to sell niche, right? Now, all of those things, those life events that I was telling you that occur, that when you use this thing called the lead sheet, again, this is data that is premium, so you do have to pay for it, but it's pretty inexpensive. I mean, considering what it is, right? Some of the leads are divorces, deaths. I think they're 50 cents a record. You're not going to have that many, but you're going to get some. So most of the time, when you do decide to buy some of this stuff, you're only going to spend, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks or whatever, but it's worth it because you got some really solid data on clients who there's going to be a high probability that they're going to do some kind of transfer of title, some kind of sale transaction within months, if not sooner. So you want to get a head start on those territories, especially if you have certain farms. You definitely want to be running these lead sheets over your farms so that you have an idea whether you want to spend your time, whether you want to spend your money going after some of this data, some of these potential sales. This is how you're going to find that next sale. That's the question, right? Do you know where your next sale is coming from? Do you know where you're going to find your next listing? This is how to do that. And this is why you got to give me a call. 626-392-7993. Email me open@CoreyTitleRep.com. And don't forget to visit my website. That's www.CoreyTitleRep.com. Up there, you can book an appointment with me direct. Just click on the orange appointment tab, and it'll get you right in there. So don't forget to do that. Let's start setting up some appointments. And I promise you will not be disappointed. I'll come out one-on-one with you. I can come out one-on-one. We can do a class for your agents. This is a great way to get your agents to come into the office. Let's schedule some classes. Let's do it. We can do it throughout the whole year, once a month. And I can guarantee you are not going to be disappointed. Your agents are going to get fed some very good information on how to use the most cutting edge software, the most cutting edge title real estate apparatuses and I say that because I hate calling it tools, but so I call it the title apparatus. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, this is good stuff. This is what you're going to need to use to find and target your next listing. This is the stuff that you got to be doing because you got to go after the need to sell niche. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you here. This is actually my website, my landing page. Now this is www.CoreyTitleRep.com. And this is what I said here. Basically this is a page off of our website, CoreyTitleRep.com. You got to connect with me. My live streams are here, the podcast, all of my contact information, email, Facebook, all that good stuff. But this is that appointment tab that I was telling you about right here. Book an appointment with me right here, the orange appointment tab. You set the time, the date, if it's available, and I'll be there. I will be there with bells on, and we'll have a good time. You're gonna get a lot of good stuff. And like I said, I'll bring, I even bring Jorge Mesa out, and you'll get the 2-for-1 deal. So, that's going to be it today. I really wanted to just, touch bases today, again, get back to basics, and let's get busy. Let's get this rolling, because we've got to be, proactive here. We got to just keep farming. You got to keep targeting new sales. You got to keep putting stuff into the pipeline. And it's got to be the need to sell seller. You know, you don't want to be going after people who, you know, who got in at 3.5%, trying to, you know, get them to sell their properties. You're going to be marketing to people who, you know, got in early at I'm not early, but, you know, a couple years ago at 3%, 3.5%. And, you know, you're just going to be wasting your time, your money marketing to those people. So you want to go after the people, aged absentee owners, 20, 30 years holding, you know, people who've had life events, affidavits of death, divorces, and all that stuff. So a lot of that stuff you can get right here in the title toolbox, and I can show you how to get to it. Right? I can't, you know, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't get the horse to drink. So I'm going to lead you guys to the water, but it's up to you guys to put it to use and get it going. All right. So don't forget to reach out again, 626-392-7993, open at CoreyTitleRep.com. Don't forget to visit the website again, right here, www.CoreyTitleRep.com. Book an appointment with me. And I will see you guys next week. I'll keep you guys updated as to what the schedule is going to be, what guests I have coming on. But I will have some interesting stuff. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, you need anything, don't forget I'm available 7 days a week. And I mean that, 7 days a week, weekends, weeknights. I'm here for you guys. I'll see you guys. You guys have a blessed week. And I'll see you guys next week, 11 a.m. Title Talk with Corey, streaming on all platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, everywhere podcasts are played, and now on social media as well, all social media. So I'll see you guys soon.
I'm feeling good now. No one to bring me down. God is blessing on the ground. And I'm standing a little bit taller. And I'm standing a little bit taller now. I'm feeling good.